Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is my January melting basket, and I've got a very vanilla grouping here, and I also have a nice light, clean, and fresh grouping, and a few things that are sort of warm and cozy. So it's kind of hard to give this particular basket a specific name. It has a bit of a split personality, but it's things that I think will be good in the month of January. So let's start with my vanilla section here. So I have Simply Vanilla and I have Vanilla Cream, which are in my bi-monthly and my quarterly clubs because we do not have a vanilla that isn't a bakery vanilla in the catalog really ever. It's been forever since we had either of these offered. And that's why I keep them in my club. So Simply Vanilla is in my bi-monthly. And if you want to talk about one of the most unsung hero bars that I believe Scentsy's made ever, is Simply Vanilla. This is elegant, it is beautiful, it is a nice medium throw, it is subtle, and it is a gorgeous vanilla scent profile that's good any time of the year. But it doesn't smell like very much in the clam. It almost smells a little bit waxy. If you get this thing into the warmer, you are just going to fall in love with it. If we ever get this back for another Bring Back My Bar, or you see it in some sort of a bundle, please try it. It is really, really good. And then it is a very similar bar, yes, but Vanilla Cream is in my quarterly club because this ended up in another Bring Back My Bar vote back. And this one to me is slightly stronger and slightly more rich. The differences are like splitting hairs, but I do think that they are there. And I believe Vanilla Cream is a predecessor of Simply Vanilla. So this one holds its own in the room a little bit longer, and it's just that little tiny bit more rich, and they're both beautiful. So then another bar that has vanilla in the name, and it's got a lot more notes, is our recently released for our Holiday 5-bar bundle, Vanilla Barnwood. This is a very interesting and complex scent. If you know Pacific Sandalwood, there are some similarities. This has, people are calling it a Fruit Loops note. It's an interesting combination of the vanilla, the amber, and sort of the barnwood quality. It's medium level. I really debated, club this or don't club this. I always skip my January quarterly, so I threw it in my quarterly to think about it along with the caramel praline cake. At the very last minute, I really told you guys I wasn't going to club them, and I'm probably not for the long run, but I want to melt a little bit more of this before I truly give it the boot because we may never see that back. But that is a great bedroom scent. It's a small room atmospheric scent for sure. And the next one is a boomer. This does not have any trouble performing. This is in our current catalog and one of the best solid fall-winter scents Scentsy's made. That is the beautiful Cashmere and Corduroy. This has vanilla and Sicilian bergamot and some other things in it. It's beautiful. Oh, this is rich, it's warm, it's great anytime fall-winter, and it is a boomer and it goes for days. I don't think there's anything better I could say about that bar. Another one which has vanilla and other notes that is for many of you, the bar you want to see back and Bring Back My Bar, and it's kind of your unicorn bar, is Vanilla Oud. This is so nice. It's been in my club for quite a while and it isn't coming out. Now this is dark. It's sophisticated. It's vanilla, it's suede, and it's like a deep wood, the oud. It's just gorgeous. And it is one that I would love to see Scentsy just put this thing back in the catalog for a season. People miss this so much. It was from a long time ago. Then currently, one of our new releases for fall-winter is called Dashing. Now, I don't hate this bar by any means, but it just doesn't excite me like it has some other people. But this has vanilla, and this has mahogany. Mahogany was like scent of the season for our new fall-winter releases of 2023. And this is beautiful, and it's a good medium to small zone kind of a scent. It's creamy, it's sophisticated, it's masculine, but it's warm at the same time. So this is a good one. If you haven't tried it yet, you really should. Now we're going to get into things that are getting more sweet. One of them is Quiver. This is a very heady perfumey. It's got vanilla in it, though, I think, and tuberose and some other things. Very interesting, kind of old lady, but in a warm, wonderful way. Good, cozy by the fireside in the wintertime with a cup of tea smell. Very, very good. Very, very good. Like that one. And here's an unusual bar that many people have never experienced, and that is Love and Happiness. Now, this is vanilla and chestnut and like powdered sugar and warmth. And this is great for the cold, dreary days of January, February, and March. That's typically when I melt it, and it just makes me happy. The next one, I've got a couple bakery bars just because in January you need some cuddly factor, right? Butter pecan, which is wonderful in the fall, but I've kind of been saving my bars. If you want like a vanilla with your butter, with your pecans, with your toasty roasty, almost like a pecan sandy or butter pecan ice cream smell, vanilla's definitely in those notes, although the pecan and the warmth hits you first. This is in my bi-monthly, and I think it's one of the nicest bars with nut notes that we've ever had, and I keep it in there for forever and ever. Another one that I think has vanilla, it's got the whole kitchen sink of complex warm scents, is Hendrix. And it might be that I'm mixing this up with, Satin Sheets, which is now retired. That one's definitely vanilla and sandalwood. But this, I think, it's definitely got patchouli, it's got pink peppercorns, it's got tobacco, and it seems like there's a vanilla note in this because it is very similar to Satin Sheets, just more complex, more masculine. This is so warm, and that patchouli, like this is my favorite bar since he's ever made that has a patchouli note. It's phenomenal. Now the next one, I guess this is more going into our light and fresh for January. I don't know if I'm going to melt this, but I just kind of felt like throwing in some Fuzzy Blanket. This was from August as a scent of the month, like forever ago with the cute sand pail kind of a warmer. But it's fuzzy and it's sweet. It's got sandalwood, it's got honeysuckle. It's sort of dryer sheet-like. I don't really know, like I said, if I'm going to feel like in the mood to melt it, but I wanted to throw it in here because it's definitely light and clean, which is sometimes what you want in January to freshen things up after all the heavy scents of Christmas. And then I've got a couple of definitely citrus type bars here. So Pineapple Rose, which I actually loved, which was last January's scent of the month, and our new bar Wish, and I think it's actually Magic in Every Wish, but the word wish is at the top in big letters, so that's what I keep calling it. This one, you keep hearing me gush about it. It's lemon lime with a little bit of vanilla, and it's just really, really good as a lemon scent with a lot of depth, and it performs well. Then Pineapple Rose was an interesting conglomerate of rose, pineapple, and lemons last January. I really like it, and I know a lot of people didn't, but I will happily melt the couple of bars that I saved in reserve for this January because it's light and fresh and clean. Now, I have a few things left here that are definitely more light and fresh. Pear Blossom and Cucumber was in one of our BB&Bs last year. I got a few of them. It's really nice. It's sort of crisp and sweet and clean, and I may not melt this at all, and it might end up back in my basket for March when we do all things green, but I might. We'll see. This is a good one for the bedroom. It would be good if I'm on a day where I'm cleaning and like all the Christmas stuff still has to come down, and we'll get there. Another one that's definitely light and fresh is Alpine Meadow. I got a lot of this in different flash sales that have popped up over the last couple of years. This was an August scent of the month, but it's sweet. It's got some berries. It's got some almost grassy meadow goodness. And I'm sorry about my dog in the background. We need to go out for our WALK. She needs to burn off some energy, but this one is one that I may, if I'm in the mood for light and clean, want even this January month. Then I've got A is for Apple, which more light and clean and fresh. This is a bright, kind of tart, but floral apple that I could do any time of the year. It might be the most appropriate for spring, but this is a beautiful bar that could just freshen up and lighten my mood on a dreary January day. Really good. Then another one that I just got from clearance and I was so excited is Mandarin Splash. Again, this is more of a summer bar, but it has this light, clean, crisp quality that I might be craving this month. This is so good. It's got mandarin and it's subtle, and then it has a little bit of just a clean, crisp, and fresh group of notes that made me so happy. And I had only ever gotten one bar in some sort of a bundle, and I wanted more. And when I saw it in clearance, I think it was this fall, I scooped up a few of them, and I am looking forward to melting that. Then I've got a couple that I've never melted ever before. Dazzle Darling was from that, what was it? Something or other Marvelous or Glamorous You collection. Not really my style of collection, so I have a couple bars from it just randomly to try out when I'm bored. So that's got sage and some more perfumey notes. We'll try that. And it's a small world. This one scares me a little because it's very cleanery in the clam. It's got lime and fruit sugar and stuff, but if I'm going to melt this, I better melt it in January. So we're going to try this, and we're going to try this, and they'll be good. You know, it's not going to be anything earth-shattering, but the last two are the scent of the month for January, which is really a February scent, this I've only melted once, but it's really pretty. So if you miss pink sugarberry mint, take out the mint, make it more creamy in vanilla and raspberry. That's what you get here. This is really good. It's sweet candy happiness, and I do really like raspberry. I usually prefer it to strawberry or cherry. I don't know, it's like my dad coming out in me. I said in my review of this from the scent of the month, my father, like if you were gonna put all the food in this together in a bowl, he would be so happy. He loves raspberries, he loves his sugar, he loves his vanilla, and as I'm melting it, I was kind of hoping I get some marshmallow. I sort of get that on cold, I really don't get it on warm. It's just candy raspberry goodness, but it's really nice. And last but not least, from our Mardi Gras collection, and you should melt all of those all month long. I'll get to those in my next, what I've been warming as far as reviewing all 5 of them, but Confetti Showers is a really wonderful scent for January. I think it'll go well with Pineapple Rose, and I did forget to grab Cranberry Mango from our current Bring Back My Bar. I would also put that with this as a happy, fruity, pick-me-up for January kind of smell. That's in a basket over there, so just pretend that it's in my melting basket because I will warm Cranberry Mango this month too. This is so good, and I don't remember the notes that are in it. I think it's got citrus and peach, and then something else. It's light, it's bright, it's happy, it's festive. If you still have any pomegranate Prosecco laying around, this would be good with that too. It's really good, outstanding, and I'm picky about my sweet, light, sparkly scents. So this Confetti Showers would really be at the top of my melting list for January if you want that clean citrus kind of an idea that a lot of people want when they are resetting the house and you're organizing everything and, you know, it's time to eat right and toss out all of last year's junk and balance your budget and do all those things that January tells us we're supposed to do. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents with my melting basket for the month of January, and I hope that you guys have an excellent month too. Are you feeling cozy? Some years I feel more cabin cozy, and I'll do heavy spices and I'll do woodsy scents. But I'm just not feeling that this year. I was feeling like vanilla and light and fresh. So tell me, what is your mood for this month of January, which I think it varies a lot person to person depending on where you live and what you're doing. So have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.